Alright, today we are pairing Azurelands with Limitless on Krieg. So Azurelands is a pretty popular overhaul that changes character skill trees, changes equipment, tinkers with a couple of the enemies a little bit, stuff like that basically is the idea. And also the Limitless mod is a mod that gives you 10 skill points per level and changes 5 out of 5 skills into 100 point skills. So already looking at Krieg, we could get an insane amount of max health. Hold on, let me go ahead and back out of that. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and go back in to fix the skill points. 1,200% extra max health on Craigery here. That's way too much. That's an insane amount of health to have. So like, you know, he's probably nice and thick now. We can just get a couple of classic skills that are still kind of here on Azurelands, like Empty the Rage is still here. Shredded Swiftness gives movement speed while shield is down, so that could be pretty funny. While shield is down, gain increased bullet damage in normal mode, and in Buzzaxes, you get extra throw speed. So yeah, in Azurelands, you can toggle your action skill just anytime you want to. So at any point, you can be melee Craigery, you can swap over to gun Craigery. So like, that actually would be kind of insane. I think that would probably... Hold on. I'm gonna get some health and I'm gonna pop my shield, because I think that this could be insane. Okay, so from 4,000 health to 54,000 health. Go ahead and pop shield. Maybe throw a couple more nades. The arm doesn't even exist, that's how fast you can throw. So that's pretty funny. I don't know how much I'll use that because I don't have a Rough Rider or anything to really take advantage of it. But like, still pretty funny. We can get Salt the Wound, Strip the Flesh, Thrill of the Kill. STV is here, which STV might not stack super crazy, I don't know. Let's just do a full melee spec for a second, I'm curious. So that's 5,000% melee there. That's an extra 1,400% there. That's Release the Beast right there. We can still get blood-filled guns, which also gives a damage bonus per bullet in the mag. Okay, the damage bonus doesn't change per level, but like still, with a really big mag, that could be funny. Get extra bloodlust stacks on kill. Okay, Blood Twitch is basically Blood Twitch with reload built in, that's nice. Blood Soaked kills with a bullet, increased nade damage and rocket damage. Okay. Bloody Presence. Wait. That just reduces enemy damage outright, so that could make us infinitely tanky, theoretically. So like, that should basically mean at 20 stacks we take no damage from enemies. That's probably good. This gives lifesteal. This is Blood Redemption. Okay, so this is like Bloody Revival. Blood Blast kills with grenades or rockets, increase gun damage. So Bloodbath. A lot of damage from Bloodbath because we have a class mod buffing it right now. Cool. Extra fire rate on kill skill, plus Bloodlust stacks on kill. While in Fight for Your Life, get a ton of extra damage. And then Blood Explosion is right here. And then over here, while on fire, get movement speed, fire rate, and also increase self-ignite chance from sources, elemental effect chance and damage, and self-ignite chance. Horrid Halitosis is Hellfire Halitosis, but slag, and it's right here, and also gives passive health regen. Painous Power is here. Elemental Elation is still pretty normal. Numb Nerves is still pretty normal. Delusional damage, melee attacks, nades, and rockets have a chance to make you deal extra fire damage on enemies. That's gonna be pretty nice. Flame Flare increases burn duration effects. The status effect healing from Elemental Empathy, Fire Fiend, and then Raving Retribution. Okay, so like, overall, still a relatively normal Krieg. We can still just kind of goof around for the most part. Let's go ahead and spec out... I don't know, let's at least get down to that fire thing because that's pretty funny. Extra Fight for Your Life duration, I guess, would be pretty cool too. So there we go. For now, we'll use this. We're going to take our level 30 boosted character through the end of the campaign. We're going to fight Terra. And then after that, we'll load up an OP10 character and just do a little bit of goofing at OP10. I guess I should also test self-hit chance. Alright, well that's our slag. Looks pretty normal to me. Alright, cool. Oh, we could get a class mod that buffs our melee even more. That's a 30 to STV comm. That's cool. Glad we just have that now. Alright, sweet. Oh, and it gives Empty the Rage. Alright, cool. Glad we have that. I'm gonna need my health whittled down a lot. This might take a while. You know what? Let's not wait on it. Yep, that's a lot of damage. That's even more damage. Yep, who'd have guessed? Cool. So this is our life. Yeah, I'd say we're gonna probably be pretty good for a while here. Just, you know, I get the inkling of an idea that we're fine. We don't even have to worry about dealing too much self-damage either, because of the fact that we can get 1200% more health. This is so dumb. Alright, Jack, come here. Oh wow, you didn't just immediately get squashed. There we go. Well, this is definitely faster than the gauge we've done. There we go. Yeah, Empty the Rage proccing is actually really, really good for damage. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and farm out a little bit of XP, and then just go wail on Terra, I guess. Any good items? A Dragon's Ire, okay. So probably not going to use that because I'm going to be punching, but still, neat. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. There's not 15 Saturns overlapped right here. Level 36. Level 37. Level 38. Please don't crash. There we go, level 39. We'll take that and go ahead and leave before the game tries to explode. Okay, surely we're gonna be fine, right? We even have a melee shield on, which is like overkill and like actually not gonna do much because it's level 30. But a lot of damage there, a lot of damage there, a little bit of salt. Just kind of like, yeah, we should be fine. We should be able to wail on the boss and probably not die, hopefully. That ain't good. Alright, we might actually have to respect the boss on this character, though. Wait a minute. Interesting. Get him. Jump him. Kill a tentacle. Nice. I'll save the other tentacle just in case. Alright, sweet. We've hit the invuln stage. So now as long as we keep our stacks relatively high, we should be good to go. Oh no! No! I didn't realize he could still hit me. He didn't do any damage previously. Like, every experience told me it was fine. I can't get in there, but I need to. Like, I could just sit back and just do melees all day, but, like, that's not where the damage is. I get to use Release the Beast, though. No, no, come on. Maybe I should have opted for the throw speed instead. Sweet. Just sit in the back of the map. Maybe try to break my shield. Nice and safe. So it looks like belt-fed Krieg is the answer. Just do that about it. Literally just stand in the back of the map and just start whipping. Okay, the level 80 is surely going to be dumb, so let me just go ahead and load him up and just see how things go. Okay, so over here on our Krieg, we do get to use our legendary class mods. So, what do we get? Minus enemy damage, increased damage and fight for your life, STV, Strip the Flesh, and Elemental Elation on the Slayer of Terra. That's actually pretty nice. Our Torch Calm, increased melee attack override cooldown rate by 100%. In addition, increases your elemental effect damage resistance by 50%. And then gives +2 Feed the Meat for max health. Frantic Fire for more movement speed, fire rate. Painless Power for more damage. Flame Flare for increased burn duration. And then Fire Fiend for reload. Alright, might leave that one on the floor, potentially. Legendary Psycho. Feed the Meat, movement speed while shield is broken, flame flare, elemental empathy, bloody blade for lifesteal, and then blood-filled guns. Maybe just to mess with the blood-filled guns a little bit. Sickle, I'm probably just going to use. Reduces the chance to self-hit with STV, that's really nice. Gives to the lifesteal, gives Empty the Rage, Embrace the Pain, Salt the Wound, and STV. Okay, so that's going to be super strong. Reaper, Blood Twitch, Blood Soaked, Blood Blast, Bloody Rage, and then Flash Fire. Okay, so this will be definitely used over the Psycho, probably. So let me just drop that. Okay. Well, yeah, let's just put on a melee spec and go smack Terra again, see how much faster that is. Okay, we'll probably only ever need one spec for this character. So we've got our DR, we've got Lifesteal, we've got Bloody Redemption for extra fight for your lifetime, Bloodsplosion, a little bit of extra ammo there. We've got our grenade and gun damage stuff here going on. We have maxed out Empty the Rage, 1 point into Embrace the Pain for the throw speed with our class mod. We've got Feed the Meat, of course, Buzzaxes Bombardier because it's funny, Salt the Wound, STV, Release the Beast, 5 point this to get down tree, Pain his powers maxed out for extra damage, Elemental Elation for extra funny there, Flame Flare to keep our fire on ourselves hopefully. I should have put 1 point delusional damage, so I might have to respec just to grab that. Elemental Empathy for healing, probably take points out of Fire Fiend because it's not really useful to us, and then Raving Retribution. Okay, there we go. Points out of that, 1 point into that, and then I went ahead and got some more mag size. Not really sure what I took out of. Oh, I took out a Bloody Presence. It'll be fine. We're at OP 10. We've got a blue blur on. We've got a legendary sickle on. We're gonna have an insane amount of health. I think we'll be okay, and if we're somehow not, we'll deal with it when we get there. Yeah, this looks pretty funny, though. That's so much max health. You know what? Let me make it worse. Hold on. Juggernaut. Incredible. That's way too much health. That's 221 million health. Hold on, can I make this even better? Yes, I can. Okay, that's cool. 254 million health. Alright. Hold on, do I have something with feed the meat? I threw it away. I'll get a thing. Hold on. Beef slab. I couldn't get the skills to swap, so I guess 50 is the max for feed the meat, unfortunately. 357 million. Sure, cool. Well, that's dumb. Let's go punch a boss. Alright, Terra. Let's try this again, huh? Oh, you actually don't care that much. I'm terrified of that. Huh. Oh, but I'm thick. Okay, well, that's fine then. Well, hold on. We do have a roid shield. Okay, that feels weirdly not that strong, for what I was expecting at least. Well, I guess we can swap to something that isn't that then. Let's try out that Reaper. Get an insane amount of extra gun damage going. Alright, triggered Bloodbath. Yeah, that seems about right. So that's odd. I don't know if his melee is weak or if I'm just doing something blatantly wrong. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I don't know which one it is. But that feels weird to have so many points in this. Maybe it just doesn't do as much as it says it does? Maybe there's like secretly a limit that I'm not noticing? There probably is. There's probably something like that going on. But I just don't know because I don't know how to look under the hood properly. Either way, it is done. Let's go fight another boss. Wait a minute. If I trigger Blood Soaked and then throw Buzzaxe, won't that deal like an insane amount of damage too? Terrible boss to test on, but like... theoretically, yes. Oh. Oh, that'll work. Okay, cool. I don't know if they nerfed Hatterax in Azurelands or not. I completely forgot, but like... nah, he laid down pretty easy. Okay, we'll probably actually be able to test out the damage on this. Just need to get Brood down, get him to spawn some boys. Okay, well that wasn't the damage type I was expecting. It just feels like the melee isn't doing nearly as much as it should be. Compared to just this, with all of this nonsense. We will win slowly, or I can just do this. There we go. I think the answer might just be that this assault rifle is really OP. Yeah, I think that that's mainly what I'm learning right now from doing all of this. Let's put on that funny Maelstrom sniper rifle. Let's throw hands. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's like this, but I guess it is. Ember Celica is pretty nice in this mod from what I remember. But yeah, no, it is just, it's weird that this is like this. You would think with 100 points it would be like just zapping dudes, but the melee is just somehow not. Let's go to our next dude. Brother, that's a lot of damage. I mean, not for how much we should have, but like, that's still pretty good. Where is the gate? Hold on, let me just pop Chief Shield and then just trigger kill skills. Alright, we popped the shield. And we triggered the wrong kill skill. Let's do it anyway. Cool. Yep, who would have guessed? Enemy dies. More at 11. Alright, we've got our stacks most of the way up. We're gonna grenade Pyro Pete to death. Hopefully. A triggered skill. I mean, like, you know, at OP10, that is completely respectable damage. I could not complain about that. Oh, this pistol kind of just does the thing. Oh, it's because I had a kill skill. Well, still. I guess I could try to go for a Blood Explosion kill too, but I just don't know how effective that's going to be at this point. Okay. Yep, just do a quick reload, try to line everybody up. Hope that it does something. I'm kind of doubtful, but like, we won't know until we know. The AoE might be really small on these. Oh, the AoE on the Blood Explosion is tiny, tiny. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to get this to go off. Yeah, like, it doesn't even reach that far, and that's not even that far for a Blood Explosion to hit. Okay, well, yeah, no. That's gonna be a solid no, then. Huh. That kind of feels bad. Okay. Yeah, we definitely cannot do that. Well, okay, next dude. Okay, can I do any final little funny thing? Hear me out. Alright, now we stack again. Alright, now we get another stack, hopefully. Get another one. The only problem with this is you just strobe your eyes trying to stack. So, like, you know, kind of rough. Alright, one more. Hopefully. I might have to do this to, like, Terra, just because he's a bigger boy. And he won't just wobble around while I'm trying to throw. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so if you trigger gun to grenade kill skill and then start just spamming, that works. Probably should be killing faster with this many skill points, but like, whatever. There we go. Okay. Well, that was a little silly. Weirdly not as strong as I thought it would be. I don't remember how I even cleared the game now on the previous run of this character that I did without this mod. Because if this is how the 100 points was, I, I don't remember struggling that bad with Azurelands. It didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth, but like, maybe the OP levels aren't well balanced, or maybe some of these just don't get buffed. Like we think probably they don't get buffed. Because some of these are custom. So who knows? Some of them might be getting buffed or they might not be getting buffed. I just simply have no clue. But it was a fun little experiment.